Hello everybody, it's Pirate Camp here again. I'm going to talk about Overwatch and how we actually going to end up paying for it. Now, at BlizzCon it was announced that Overwatch would be released as a standard game. It's going to cost us a certain amount of money. I think it's around 30 English pounds, something around there for the base game. And with that we will get access to all the heroes, all the current maps, and everything. So yeah, you're just going to buy the game. You're just going to buy the box, buy the download, and that's fine. That's 30, 40 pounds, whatever it is. It's not a bad price for what it is. It's not your almost 60 pounds top of the line game, and I think that's justified in the fact that there is no single player component. It's purely a multiplayer first person shooter, so there's a lot missing from the game. And this is what worries me. I don't think that £30 is going to be all we pay to play this game. Okay, yeah, so the Overwatch Origins Edition, which costs £45 on PC, a little bit more on console, yeah, I think that's the £50, takes it to the price of a full game. It takes it to your price of Fallout 4, which is a massive game, with lots and lots of details, lots of game to play, lots of content to take. Overwatch does not have any content unless you are playing the multiplayer game, which to me isn't content, it's content you make for yourself. They give you a map, they give you characters, they haven't had to spend time on story, developing the world in any way, even though there's a good world there. They didn't have to do that, and all you're paying for is access to, at the moment there are 7 maps with 2 play styles, 3 if you count the one which is a mix of the other 2, so you've got take the objectives, take the payload, and then take the objective and escort a payload. So there are only really 2 play styles at the moment. There might be more added before the game goes live. The fact that you get access to all 21 heroes should be neither here or there, because if they gated those heroes, the game would be ruined, not only for you, but for anyone who was on your team. So at that price, do I think it's worth the buy? Well, the bonus with the Origins editions is that you get, as they often do, bonus items for other Warcraft games. And I must admit, the Baby Winston almost has me convinced to buy it. That's how much I like the Baby Winston. But that's using Warcraft, they're using Diablo, they're using StarCraft to convince you to buy one of the other games. Now, Blizzard have done that for a long time. I'm not going to complain about that. But the other thing you get as part of that Origins edition are skins for the heroes. Now, we all knew this was coming. Blizzard love skins. I love skins. I think skins are a great addition to the game. However, I think they are going to cost money down the line. And I think they will cost around £2 to £3 each. There are already 21 heroes, I think, including the latest ones. So already, if they did a skin for each hero, so let's say 20 heroes at £3 each, that is £60. That's more than the original game. I think Overwatch is going to be incredibly expensive to keep playing. But it will all be cosmetic. You won't have to pay that for the skins. But we all know there are going to be map packs. I do not expect there to be an Overwatch 2 next year. Well, the year after. Overwatch doesn't come out till next year. I'm getting ahead of myself. But I do not expect there to be an Overwatch 2. So it's not going to be a Call of Duty. I do not expect an Overwatch every year. I expect Overwatch to last a very, very long time. I may have knocked the microphone. That might sound a bit odd. And I apologise if it does. But I think Overwatch will last us for 5 years at a minimum, before they do Overwatch 2, if they ever get round to it. We all know that's not really how they play. They like to support their games long after they are released. Like Diablo. Diablo has had one expansion, but that expansion has had lots and lots of patches, and it's still relevant today, and I like that. Those patches are free. I can't see Overwatch working to that model. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope we pay the £30. I hope we can pick up additional skins as we want to, and I hope maps and heroes are added to the game free of charge, but I don't see that happening. Now, if Overwatch lasts 5 years and we pick up an extra map pack every year for £15, bargain. I think that's an absolute bargain, but we don't know how long they are expecting Overwatch to last. If I'm going to pay £30 to pick up the game, and then maybe have to spend another 15 and 6 months time after the game was released, or in a year's time, to add extra maps, and then 6 months after that Overwatch 2 is released and everything I've brought in Overwatch is invalidated and I have to spend another £30 to get Overwatch 2, that's too expensive. The game becomes too expensive. There's not enough there to justify that cost. But people will buy it because Overwatch is a very fun game. What I don't want is I don't want us to be ripped off as Blizzard add more and more incremental charge things that maybe you don't need but you still buy. We have paid for this game. We have brought this game outright. Now you take Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is I think it's about £50, something like that. It's a £50 game. That's the price of the Origins edition, and that game will last you for years because the modding community will keep on adding to it and adding to it. And I think Overwatch could really benefit from allowing the modding community to make maps. I think free content made by the community would be excellent. No Blizzard game. Does StarCraft allow you to do it? I know the old ones did. I don't know if the new one does. But let's say no Blizzard game allows you to make your own content. Overwatch maps, I think, are the perfect place for it. Think how much fun they could be if we were allowed to make our own maps, put them as a shared resource, play our maps with friends, and then if they get voted enough they go to a store. I don't think we should have to pay for them. If you're going to make them, it's a labour of love, and that really makes the game last. My fear is it'll be map packs. My fear is it'll be yearly map packs, or look at Hearthstone, they're getting what? Something every 3 months, it seems, be it an adventure or an expansion. So could we be looking at quarterly map packs for Overwatch costing around £20? This game will quickly become incredibly expensive, and that is my fear. I hope I'm wrong. As it stands, I think Overwatch Basic Edition at £30 is a reasonable price. And if you pay over that for the Origins or the Collector's Editions, well, that is your choice. Personally, because I am a big Blizzard fan, I have WoW, I have Diablo, I have Hearthstone. The Origins Edition is looking incredibly attractive, mainly for that baby Winston. But if you're not, I wouldn't go for it. You know, you get the extra skins for Overwatch, but really in terms of what you get in Overwatch, paying extra for the Origins Edition is pointless. It really is a Blizzard fanboy, fangirl thing to do. Blizzard do it all the time, we've talked about that. But at £30 it's reasonable. If, however, in 6 months after release I'm paying another £30, another £15 to get extra maps, I think the game becomes too expensive. Unless they add single player campaigns. I would pay £15 for a single player adventure. I really would. And I think that's what's missing. It's my other gripe is that not only is the Overwatch game going to cost us money, I think surrounding Overwatch, not just merchandise, I think there's going to be comic books, I think there's going to be storybooks, there's going to be artwork, there's going to be movies. I can see cartoons coming in about this, and they're all going to cost us money to tell the story that I think we should get in-game by paying our £30. I still think a game, if you're going to charge for it, should come with a decent single-player option, especially in a world like Overwatch where they have built a great story, which is pointless for the game. It adds nothing to the game. Sorry, Audacity is spazzing out. I'm hoping this is all still recording properly. No, I think we're back. What was I saying? Yeah, the story adds nothing to the gameplay of Overwatch. The heroes are important and their abilities are important, but the backstory for all of them is absolutely pointless. Yet, there's no doubt with the game price, we are paying for that development time, which we don't need to because it makes no difference to the game. So this is my fear. My fear is that Overwatch will become an incredibly expensive prospect over time, and I think we should just step back and let Blizzard know that that's not what we want. It's not how they should go about it. I don't want the story of Overwatch to be completely out of game. I don't like it. I don't like it when they do it in Warcraft. I don't like it when they do it in Diablo. If you've got a decent story for a game, put it in your bloody game. It's that simple. Anyway, off on a little bit of a tangent, too long didn't read or too long didn't listen, skip to the end. At £30 I think Overwatch is an absolute bargain, I really do. Hopefully there'll be more maps by the time it comes out, and hopefully more game modes. That's my biggest hope. But after that, I do not want to see a blizzard, a avalanche of extra things that we have to pay for or want to pay for. That's my biggest concern. Paying for skins I think is going to be a thing, but they're optional. Paying for maps isn't if you want to get the most out of the game. You want to be able to join the teams. They're going to be on all the maps. If you haven't got the maps, you're going to find it hard to join. We've all been there in these kind of things, and I'm just hoping that they add decent patches, decent content for that £30, which makes that £30 an absolute bargain. So when maybe in a year's time they release Map Pack 2, they've given us 5 extra maps already, and we're willing to pay for that next lot of 5, because we feel they've really given us a lot for our money, and that's what I'm hoping. Right, thanks for listening. What do you think? Do you think Blizzard will try and fleece us with this game? Do you think they will keep on adding things that we have to purchase to make that price up? £30 is cheap. Most games now go for £60, so will they hit us for that extra 30 plus more in the lifetime of this game? Do you think this game will only last a year after release and we will then see an Overwatch 2? Do you think they will add map packs which we'll have to pay for? How do you think they're going to keep on taking money in a steady stream to support this game? Or will they do a Diablo on us and really support this game with just the box price? Wouldn't that be lovely? Wouldn't that be lovely? Anyway, let me know what you think below. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'm sure I will rant on again. Thank you for listening. I will catch you later.